Why is it every time we go to a bike show, Wayne insists on using some wacky kind of vehicle? Well, this is a 350cc Funtech machine, but much more of this on a future show. We've used it this weekend to come to the National Manchester Motorcycle Show. Oh no!
Now, you can't come to a motorcycle show without looking at something special. And there's no doubt about it, this VTR 1000 SP is special. It was launched to you lot at the motorcycle show at the NEC, but it was up high on a plinth. You couldn't touch it, you could only look. Well, this show, it is here for you to touch. In fact, I reckon there'll be more bums on this seat here than any other bike at the show. In fact, I want to start the ball rolling and I'm going to sit on it. It is ace, it's gorgeous. And if you think this is special, there is another VTR here, and Paul is looking at it, and that is extra special.
There is indeed another very special Honda here, VTR Firestorm, 50th anniversary edition Firestorm, number 19, as it says on the number plate as well. And the proud owner is Roy Collins. Roy, you bought a 50th anniversary. Is that because you thought it would be right and there'd be nothing to do to it?
My first initial reaction, yes, because I always spend a lot of money on bikes. Right. So I bought the 50th of anniversary thinking I ain't going to spend any more money on it.
Right.
But as you can see, I've gone further than that.
You've gone absolutely bananas on it. I mean, a basic bike was what? Best part of 10 grand, I suppose, yeah?
Yes, 10,000.
Right. Any idea what you're up to now in money-wise? Or do you not want to say?
I would say 20.
Wow. So go on, give us a quick, if this is only a half-hour programme, but can you tell us very briefly what you've done?
Yeah, well, the forks are special. They've been done by Mariwaki in Japan. He's extended the forks by 35mm to accommodate the top clip-ons.
They Fireblade?
They are Fireblade forks, specially done from Mariwaki in Japan. Apparently it's the only one outside of Europe.
Yeah.
It's got a different swinging arm on it. It's got full stage 1 engine tune by Revolution.
Right.
I've got gold plating everywhere, as you can see. It's got carbon fibre everywhere. It's got a Penske shock on it.
It's just you've gone berserk. Is there anything left to do on it?
I'm just going to upgrade the brakes because
Right.
it's got extra 25 plus horsepower, so I need the front brakes slightly upgrading.
Right, I was going to ask you about the power because the power on this is well up on the standard. But how does it
The standard is approximately 98 horsepower,
Right.
and this has gone to about 125. So there's a significant difference,
Right.
and it's quite quick.
How does it? Because you had an R1 before
I had
this.
an R1 before, yes.
How does this compare?
Well, it's a different type of bike to ride. Horsepower, top end, there's not a lot in it.
Right.
There's more torque on this. I can ride this quicker than the R1 into the bends and out.
Wow, fantastic. I've got to ask you, what are you gonna do with it? I mean, do you ride it? Do you use it?
Yes, I've probably done 10 or 11,000 miles since
Yeah.
I've got it. Yeah. I ride it.
Because a lot of people who spend fortunes on bike keep them all polished up.
Well, I keep it polished as you can see, but I do ride the bike a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, just love riding it. It's the nicest bike I've ever had.
What are you going to do when it's finished? If it's ever finished?
It will be finished. Keep it, I think.
Yeah?
I don't think I can sell it.
I bet you said that about your R1, didn't you?
I probably did, yeah. Probably did. But up to now, I think I'm going to keep the bike.
All right.
I just love the bike.
Good, well, good luck to you, mate.
Yes.
Oh, you've caught me. Hey, we're just having a little look under here. See, oh, yes, indeed. Oh, look at the unveiling here of this electric scooter. Now, I didn't know this was it, actually. I knew it was here somewhere. This is from an Italian company called Attila, or however you wish to pronounce it. It's a strange name for a bike, though, the Lepton. I leapt on it and sped off. Right, the crack is, it is an electric scooter. And I've done a little piece on an electric scooter before today by Peugeot. But this is another model from Italy, as I say, very much the same in its overall structure, a little bit more stylish, I would say, but the same principle. A rev and go, you just plug it in, unplug it and set off. And it's cheap because, would you believe that you can charge this baby up for as little as 12 pence a night? 6 to 8 hours worth of charge will take you 30 or 40 miles, depending how much power you use, depending how much you turn the throttle. For a matter of 2,300 quid, which sounds like an awful lot of money, but with such cheap running cost, it's not a lot of money. You get 3 years warranty on the engine, so you've no fear of what an electric motor or what problems an electric motor can cause. Its overall weight is a little more than a normal scooter, and it is a 30 mile an hour restricted thing. Hey, and let me share this with you. Red Italian Ducati maybe. You would take on your Ducati 10, 11, 12 seconds to do something like the quarter mile, wouldn't it? Eh? This can do in 6.5 seconds 50 metres. Check this out. This is one serious bit of kit. It's a Harley Davidson engine, although it started life as a Harley Davidson because it's had every conceivable, powerful, fancy performance part bolted onto it. So that's one powerful engine. Why, you might ask, would a powerful engine like that have a flat, wide wheel and tyre on the front and that very strange suspension system? How will it go around corners, you might ask yourself? Does it handle? Well, it does, and the reason it handles with that wheel and tyre with this engine is because the revealing thing is it's a Trike. Look, it's got 3 wheels. It's a wizard bit of kit, this. It is a one awesome creation, and the bloke who created it is Aidan of the Trike shop down in Cardiff. And you know where most of the business comes from with for Trikes like this for Aidan, and that's motorcyclists with disabilities. Stability comes with a Trike. You can't fall over or fall off it so easily. Fancy one myself, to be honest with you. So, doesn't matter what your problems are or what your tastes are, there is something for just about everybody.
And of course, something everybody enjoys is the stunt show. This year's Manchester crowd was treated to the fantastic skills of Jason Finn on his trials bike. And also Terry Grant in his car. Yes, car. Although it is powered by an FJ1200 Yamaha engine. Terry seems to enjoy spending most of his time with his arms and legs out of the windows and the steering wheel completely removed. Jason, on the other hand, seemed to be having some problems catching up with his machine, although once he climbed aboard, the crowd were treated to the most amazing display of machine control. the fantastic talents of Jason Finn and Terry Grant. And there'll be more from this year's Manchester Motorcycle Show on Two Wheels after the break.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?
Not you, you ugly prat. Eh? What a creation. I've had to show you this. This is the Streetfighters Owners Club stand. Yes, and they've got a fantastic arrangement of bikes, some beautiful machinery, and these creations as well. And I reckon they're still having their flipping New Year's celebrations. It looks like a right party's happening. But this is produced by a bloke called John Bitmead of Creations, and a creation it is too. Awesome, innit? But that'd cost you like 600 quid, understandably, and I don't think it carries, no, I can't see one, a BSI standard. But there is another, let me just show you this. How about that, eh? Predator. That'll only cost you 300 quid. And I tell you what, there's a lot of work goes in this for 300 quid. But Paul was thinking of buying one, but I don't think he needs to be honest with you, because he's had his face done already, and that cost him 10 bob and a pickled egg.
10 bob and a pickled egg, what is he talking about? That's Wayne, the man with the perfect face for radio, by the way. But if you had a helmet that was a creation, you might want a bike that's a real creation, something like this. Have you ever seen anything like this? The tank's not normally up in the air there, by the way. This is an X-Up, although you might never know it. X-Up motor, front wheel, forks and yokes are all Yamaha FZR 1000 X-Up, as is the swing arm and rear wheel. Frame, again, is an X-Up, although heavily modified. Look at these exhausts. What sort of a racket that makes, I dread to think. But it is basically a Yamaha X-Up underneath. But interestingly, and don't ask me why, it's got a Halford's push bike Speedo. I don't know, I daren't ask. It's for sale, by the way, £4,500, and it's all yours. But I want to show you this, which you may recall, you've probably seen before, if you saw the interview that I did at the Rock and Blues Custom Show earlier last summer, where this won the best rat bike. It's owned by a guy called Toe Cutter. Don't ask me why he calls himself that either. But since then it's been modified, added a few more bits and pieces. Basically more junk, expanded foam, that's this stuff you go out of an aerosol. And he's basically just covered it in all sorts of rubbish. Chains over the tank. I did ask him actually how he gets to things, and he says it's dead easy. I said, for example, how would you get to the battery? He said, oh, you just pull a bit off and glue it back on, chop a few cable ties and then cable tie it back together. So he says it's not finished yet. What it's going to look like when it's finished, I dread to think. Well, there are classic bikes and there are classic bikes, and I never ever thought I'd see one of these in a line of classic bikes. A Honda SS50. Takes me back a bit, this. Now, anyone who, like me, is, shall we say, 35 plus-ish, might remember these from your 16-year-old days when you was at school or at college. You either had an SS50 like me, or you had a Yamaha FS1E, a Fizzy, or if you were rich, you had a Suzuki AP50. And then after this, they made another SS50, which was a 5-speed. This is actually a 4-speed, this, from 1973. And the 5-speed had higher bars. Fantastic. And when you had loads of money, when you got really rich when you were 17, you went upmarket then, and you bought something like an RD200 for zipping around on. But I never thought I'd see one of these in a line of classic bikes. Well, this is just one of somewhere close to 100 machines that are actually on display here at the Manchester Bike Show this weekend.
MV Agusta, Italian class. These guys are definitely synonymous with class, style and race products, because people like Mike Hailwood, Agustina and Jim Redman, and this particular bike has got Jim Redman's signature on it. Beautiful bit of kit. This is one of the very, very last ones that was produced for the road in 1977, and the engine here has got race bits used, the bits that they did in fact use in the race machines, so it's a real goer. And it is used, it's used on a daily basis by the owner, Mr. Ogden, and he rides this to work, wherever. He uses it for his pleasure, and it's nice to see a bike that is as good as this on a display like this, and also to be used on the road. But as always, there's a bike for everyone at this bike show, and lo and behold, there's yet another MV Agusta to be seen, my size. Check this little baby out, it's a replica of the real thing. Do you recognise one of these? You may well have seen one riding around with a gaggle of people behind them, because this is a MAC bike, the Motorcycle Appreciation Course. And the idea of this is if you buy a 600cc Honda, a new one that is, you can then get invited on one of these courses, and I would advise you take them up on it as well, because it trains you, it helps you and teach you that advanced bit of motorcycling you may need to help you avoid an incident, to save your life maybe, or to save damaging your machine. And all the lads who ride these machines, who do the tutorials to you, are all ex-policemen on motorcycles, so they know their stuff.
Right, now what's this? It's a Kettle. Well, not as we know it. It's a Suzuki GT 750, as many of you will know. It's called a Kettle, and this is the Kettle Club, and Dave Pitcher is the chairman. Dave, I've got to ask you, people come to the bike show and they sell bikes, they sell accessories. You as an owners club, what have you got to sell?
The club.
Right.
What we're trying to do by being here is to get people to come along and join and be aware that we exist, because even though we've got about 600 members come and gone, they not all know that not everyone knows we still exist. So this is the idea, is to bring it along, come along to the show and join. We're here.
Okay, well, it must be worth doing, otherwise you wouldn't do it, would you? But I've got to ask you, why a Kettle? Why the GT 750?
As a bike, I owned one back in 1976. I had a new one, and it was sort of really like a Fireblade of its day. It was a very popular bike. It went well for its day, it handled quite well for its day, and it stopped well for its day. The thing was, I went out of biking, went back to biking, and it was the only bike that really had a big impression on me.
Yeah.
So that's why the club was formed, because there was a hole in the market for it.
Right. Well, I must ask you, what about what about parts and things like that?
Some are still available, some are superseded, especially for early models.
Right.
But there is, because there were so many made and so many lasted, there's still quite a good second-hand market out there in the breakers and amongst the club members.
Right. Exhausts are the hardest thing, I believe, to get hold of.
Yeah, most of them are discontinued now.
Right.
But there's stuff's coming in from America, from Italy, many places. It's still coming in because it's old stock. People have brought up, put it away for pennies, and now suddenly people are realising, that these bikes still exist, and people want these parts, so they're coming to the surface.
Excellent. And I presume you do the things that most clubs do you? Do you ride outs and club meetings and this kind of thing?
Yeah, we have lots of meetings. We fall off as well still. I mean, we all
We'll
have a go
do
at
that.
Yeah. But basically it's camping weekends, but we're very family orientated, because many a time you hear, well, I can't come because the wife won't let me come.
Right.
So what we say is bring the wife,
Yeah.
bring the kids. As long as we ain't got hundreds of kids, we're happy. But it's a case of releasing Dad.
Right.
And I'm a father and I've got 2 kids. Maybe I'm a bit selfish, but that's one of the reasons.
That's all from this year's Manchester Bike Show. But on Two Wheels next week, we'll meet the people who put the show together.